Not all theatre companies have lots of money. Some, like us at Peer Productions, manage to make a tiny budget go a very long way. This means that lots of people who work in theatre do more than one job. My job title is Artistic Director at Peer Productions, and that means I oversee all of our artistic output. But I'm also a playwright. I direct plays. I teach. I run workshops. I give lectures. I actually bought most of the costumes that you see in the play. Valentina's job title is Resident Director, but she also teaches our young actors. She came up with the overall design concept for the play, and she even wrote all the music. So with such a small team, we had to work closely together to make certain that everything was in place in time. I'm telling you this because good design doesn't have to be complicated or expensive. Good design is about making choices that work practically and aesthetically. So with the costumes, for example, they needed to work practically. With 6 actors playing 25 roles, they needed to be able to swap characters quickly. But they also needed to look good on stage and make sense of the complex narrative. Hidden is made up of 3 stories: Matt, Sophia, and Tash. We chose to show the difference between those 3 narratives by choosing a different colour palette for each character. So Matt's world is all reds and oranges, Sophia's is purples, and Tash's is green. And this is followed through in all the costumes associated with Matt, which are all shades of red, Sophia's world, which are all shades of purple, and Tash's world, which are all shades of green. And this design choice meant that those colours could come together to create a beautiful, eclectic, colourful music festival. We also needed to find a way to have an adaptable set and to have costumes easily accessible around the stage. We explored different ways of hanging the costumes around the stage, taking inspiration from different pictures on the internet. This was one of Valentina's initial sketches, which we both liked a lot. But after looking at it for a while, we realised that the costumes hanging in that way could look like people who had killed themselves, and we decided that that definitely wasn't the message of the play, which is ultimately hopeful and positive. Ultimately, finding a design concept, an aesthetic look for any play is a matter of trial and error. Let your imagination run free and see what you can come up with.